Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you all my recipe for a pimento hop spread. And if you guys can't find pimento, you can use a red Fresno or a jalapeno. So let's jump straight into this recipe. I want to show you all how easy, simple, delicious, airy and fluffy this bread is going to be. And it's the perfect bread for you to make for your Christmas ham or turkey. So I recently discovered that when I add my yeast to heavy cream, it actually proofs faster. Something about that heavy cream with the yeast works so well as a combination. So to heavy cream, I put in some sugar, water, and my dry active yeast. I'm going to give that a mix. And by the time I finish put all my dry ingredients together, the yeast will be ready. So to my flour, I add in sugar, salt, and I'm adding in butter. Give this a mix, and you want to break the butter into the flour, rub it into the flour with your fingertips and make sure everything is well incorporated, and then no chunks of butter. I keep my pimentos in my freezer. It can last a year plus if you have them, if you don't cook them up like me. But every time I buy a box of pimentos, I store it in my freezer so it's easier to grate. And if you're grating with a handheld grater, the seeds stay back, it doesn't go into the dough. So give this a mix, and by now your yeast mixture should be ready. Give that a mix and add it all to the flour. Now start to mix this. Now you do need some additional liquid. And I'm going to be using half water, half milk for this, or you could use all stay fresh milk. And add it in small amounts at a time. And keep mixing. You don't want to add all of your milk at once because different brands of flour would use different amounts of milk. And especially if you didn't measure out your flour properly, because you have to pack it into the cup. If you didn't do that and you try to add all of the milk at once, you'll get a really soft dough, and you don't want that. So you see how this looks? Once it comes together, don't add any more liquid. Now I'm going to add some more butter to this. I want it really nice and rich, but if you guys didn't want to add this amount of butter, you don't have to. And I suggest butter and not margarine. You're gonna knead that into the dough. It's like when you're making brioche bread. Knead, and you see how I'm punching with my hands? That's how you want to do it. You don't want to fold it in yet. You want to knead it really well before you fold it in, because once you start folding it in, it starts to get tight. And you don't want that just yet. So now I'm going to bring it in once I finish knead it and bring it into a dough ball, and then we'll cover this and allow it to rest until it doubles in size. And you see how nice and smooth that dough looks? That's what you're going for. So I'm covering it, and you will always ask me what plastic wrap I use here, and this is Glad Press and Seal. It's really great for when you can't handle the regular plastic wrap that sticks to everything. So once it's done, we'll go ahead and punch down on the dough. See how beautiful it looks? And then we'll break small dough balls and place it in a greased dish. Your dough balls can be any size you want. If you want big hops, you break them bigger, maybe like about an 8 ounce. If you want smaller hop spread, you can do like a 3 ounce, because these rise really nice. They'll give you a nice rise. Place them in your greased buttered dish, and then we're going to lightly spritz with some avocado oil, and then we'll cover it ever so gently. You're going to cover it with plastic wrap. You don't want that plastic wrap to stick to it. And once it's risen and it's doubled in size, this actually took 20 minutes, if not less, because that yeast just works so well with that heavy cream. And it bakes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, and then this is what it looks like. A really easy, delicious recipe. Now I like brushing it with some butter when it's done, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Once they cool down, you want to store them in a Ziploc bag so they remain nice and soft. And just look how beautiful they look. I don't know about you guys, but I always like the middle bread. I don't like an end bread. I like all of my sides to be nice and soft, airy and fluffy on the inside. I promise you guys, the best bread that you will ever make. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Try it. Let me know down below what you think. I enjoyed this with my honey mustard ham that I made recently, and I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Leave me your comments down below, and if you have any recipe requests, leave them down below. I'm almost done filming for Christmas, but if I can add in another video, I'll try. If not, I'll put it on my list for next year. Thank you all so much, and season's greetings to everyone.